live on Friday then. Saturday, Sunday. What? What's up, everyone? I am the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, and messenger of God on a Friday. You know that jingle, jingle jangle. New people don't know the jingle jangle. It's not your favorite jingle jangle. Friday then, Saturday, Sunday, what? Alright. All week you can fuck around, sort of. Not really. All week they're preparing you for a Friday then, Saturday, Sunday. What are they preparing us for? The deep, the dark, and the dangerous. What is it? These are these ascension portals. People don't know how to access them and when to catch them. I have them on a weekly basis where we catch them on a Friday then. What is it? We catch our healing, dude. We catch a lesson. We make this week work. We make this week worthwhile. And it's really hard because it will catch a lesson today and it'll take a whole week to recover from that lesson and catch another one. But that's how you keep yourself healing at, quantum levels. What's our lesson for today? Usually we've been led into it and it's always the same fucking lesson, just different areas. We apply the same lesson to different areas of our life. Yeah, thanks. What is the lesson? Leave that that's no longer serving you. Why is that always the lesson? Because always you are supposed to be outgrowing things and growing into new experiences. You're supposed to be letting go of old habits, behaviors, lifestyles, beliefs, blah, 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 and having new lifestyles, beliefs. Not saying you're going to keep this belief forever. I'm going to live by this till the day I die. Or this will be the lifestyle for, ever and ever. No, it's just so you can have a full and abundant life where you're literally experiencing life and making up for all this time you didn't experience, where each week you were doing the healing process so you can start to enjoy life more and 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 more. You're like, do you enjoy life? Bro, I'm a goofball. I really just bitch about it like the rest of you, but yeah, life isn't so, it's not so horrible. Do you know what I mean? You learn to enjoy what you hate, and that makes it so that you have peace, and that's all you really are going to obtain. Going back to it is really funny. My son was like, I don't know, we were talking about something about Trump. I was like, oh, terrible story. A friend of mine, which will come in here, I don't want to start the story with a terrible story. We're going to talk with great, different. I guess if you talk with Trump, it's always a terrible story. Anyways, I was like, dude, that's really sad what happened to him. He's a good person. I mean, granted, he supports Trump, but that does not make him a bad person. And they're like, he supports Trump? I was like, so does Mr. Plum. It's like, that doesn't make them bad people. They have to believe in something. And I was like, he's not a terrible guy. He's just trying to please everyone. I was like, I'm pretty sure, this is what came out of my mouth. I was like, he's a people pleaser. He's going to do whatever you ask. But it's got to be, to make America great again. You know what I mean? And over the top. I feel like if we just asked him for something over the top and convinced him that this would make America great, he'd go for it. And that was what I was saying. So then I said some shit like that to my daughter. My son said, he's trying to take over Iceland. I was like, yeah, that'll make America great. Right? And then I was like, but it hasn't stopped there. Someone told him that we need the Panama Canal. Oh, yeah, that's great. That's great for America. And then somebody told him, hey, did you know that the Gulf of Mexico is really touching our waters? So that's really ours. We should take that back. That'll make us great again. Greatness, bro. Great, for sure. Where will he stop? I don't know. until we've hit that level of greatness. Where is our level of greatness? There's no limit to how great he wants us to be. In the sense of, is he dangerous? I mean, him and that piece of paper and that pen, like I told you, seems to be pretty dangerous right now. But is he? I mean, no, he's just trying to make people happy. He's trying to make the people happy. Who wants Iceland or Greenland? I don't know. The people. He's doing it for the people. He's not doing it for himself. It's not like he's going to go over there and own this shit. He will probably never go cruising down the Panama Canal. I bet he has a fear of fucking spiders or something. We already know how he feels about Mexico. He's not going near the borders or the waters. I laugh at myself in the sense of, yeah, you know, we're trying to get to a place where we can laugh it off. It's called the Divine Comedy. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch what I posted in my community page. It's just a joke, bro. What's the joke? The joke is we're going through hell, and it's funny, or it's not. It could be really troublesome. If you don't know Dante's Inferno. I posted that. There's a level, there's a map. He loaded us a map. It's the same map, which is the Tree of Life, which is just really, you know, you gotta climb this mountain, bro. Every fucking mountain. Ain't no mountain high enough. Yeah, they look pretty big, don't they? Anyways, in the sense of, you know, everything that's going on around us seems like, you know, oh my God, it's the end of the world. It very much is. But we're going to that next level. Imagine Donkey Kong. Shit's just coming at you. It's not going to stop. We're going to get to the next level. It's going to be more shit coming at us and more. You pull out your fucking, yeah, like Gallagher, bro. You pull out your little hammer and you just start fucking breaking shit out of the... Who's throwing shit at us? Well, that goes back to that other post. I guess the devil is what you guys believe in. I don't believe in such things, so I can't really... Hey, no.
I'm putting on a fan.
I don't want the fan on me. No. If you're cold, if you're hot, go step outside for a minute. Turn it off.
It's on fan.
Off? It's too much music. I mean, too much noise. It's just, thank you. I'm serious. If you're hot, go outside.
I will.
Okay, go ahead. Enjoy it. I want to see you go out there barefoot. That'll be hella funny. Hella funny. Anyways, going into it is like, yeah, these are the times. These are great times. If you find the greatness in the times that we live in, you can go back to any decade of time, and there was always some bullshit going on in time, and people thought it was the end of time, and blah 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 blah. So you know, however you ride the ride. Going through it, it's Friday, so I'm going to show you where you are in hell and what you are supposed to be overcoming. I'm going to show you which of your inner monsters to pull on. We're going to talk about your own dark mirrors. Where are those guys? You're making me cold just standing there. We're going to see what side of the dark moon Lilith. Why is the dark moon Lilith a placement? I'm placed inside of your heart. Where the fuck is the... I didn't get them. I knew there was something... No, they're here. The dark mirrors. That's the dark side of you that you don't want to look at in the mirror. In your own mirror. I'm stuck in the mirror. So we're going to talk about all these inner sides. So the black moon Lilith is... That's your divine feminine. It's all divine feminine turned dark. The dark moon of Lilith. Lilith is the moon. The moon is your intuition. It's the dark side of existence. Right? It's the shadow side of the aspect. You're in your day, which is your masculine. Get out of my way, God. And then the moon is in your feelings and in your divine feminine, and that's where I come from. But it's all dark. It's deep, dark, and dangerous in there. What lies within? Everything. All your human experiences have created into monsters of your own fabrication that live inside of your head. And I am here to break you out of those weird, goofy fabrications of shame and blame and, you know, all that stuff. And the essence is I wore it before you, and I'm here to help you take it off. All right, let's get to it. These are my newest, so we're going to go into that. Oh, no, before we start, they want to talk about current predicted energy. Where are we today? I don't know. I went to Reindeer Lynch. What is this? Not everyone is focused on what's ahead. Though, if you are... Oh, yeah, that's what I posted. Okay. I posted two things. In the middle of the night, I woke up at like 3 o'clock. I went to bed in such terrible pain. I'm trying to soothe the pain right now. I'm gonna put some of these on me and get to work. But I posted, I woke up in the middle of the night and I was like, you don't need me. You say you don't need me. Then do it your way and go away. There's a lot of these people that pretend that they don't need you, that you're not important. Fine. Do it your way. Go away. Quit acting like I'm not important, but yet you're... Why are you so obsessed with me? In the sense of, you think you got it figured out? You know what to do? You're a fucking know-it-all? You know the keys to the universe? You know the elixir of life? You know God? You know Jesus? You know where you go when you die? You know what you know your destiny? You know what you've come to do? You know where you've been and where you're going? Then go on! Know it all? That's why God kicked you out. He said, oh, you know? You know? You really know? Then get the fuck out. You know how to be you know how to be God? Then go. Who gave you that knowing? Oh, that would be me. Now I gotta come back and tell you don't know. You never knew. Let me tell you what you didn't know. It already lies within you. What is it? You just didn't know how to access the knowing. The knowing blew up in your head. Adam. Idiot. Going back to my cursed womb again. I will not lay with that man. I will not bear your children. Well, then any children you do bear shall be cursed, and thousands of your children shall die. Okay, fine. So then I have this image that keeps coming into my head, and I kind of put it together. In one lifetime or another, I said it had happened. I was like, I think this happened in another lifetime. I sat there, and I cut out my womb in refusal to give his children. I knew I seen it. I was young, too. I see myself very young, knowing this is my destiny, and I decide to cut out my womb. Yeah, the pain's still laying within me. Fuck. That's what I said in my post. When will it stop? When I give him his children, bro. What's holding me back? Me submitting to a man. Oh, God. Hi, I'm Lilith reincarnated. Well, let's get down to business. In the sense of, if you know, then you know. If not, oh, it was the next page. Meaning, going back to all these people, get out of my face, bro. I've been teaching you for 2 years. You think you know some shit, then go do some shit. Get the fuck on with your stupid shit. You know how to talk to God. You know all this. It goes down to Mike Stud. Bro, you're just studying this divine like every other fucking human being. You're not divine. You're a fucking total fucking performer. Oh, and I posted that. I was always here to be the composer. Yeah, thanks for the confirmation. As I was listening to Beethoven, I'm here to put all these tools, all these instruments of God together to create a good noise. Apart from them, Allie, as if I didn't fucking see that coming early in the week, I was like, oh, and here comes Allie to sing me a sad song. You and your sad ass fucking, I would just want to point out, it's starting to show in your skin. You can't hide it in your sweatpants. I know, as if you didn't have enough insecurities. Well, they're coming from the inside out, dickhead. I'm trying to tell you that I can see your insecurities in the skin you wear and the clothes you put on. You're just another one, dude. I put on for my city, I put on. Where do you think all this divine creativity comes from? It's just me, myself, and I. Let's keep going. In the sense of, if you've got to figure it out, then do it. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it. Go do what you do, you boo-boo. You don't need me. Go do whatever you think. You've been doing life so well before you got to me, right? And you're like, you want to reject everything I have to say and only apply it and, cherry pick the shit and be like, oh, well, it's all good in the hood until I get to you and all this bullshit, right? No, bro. You're the bullshit too, bro. You just don't want to accept the bullshit. You only like the bullshit when the bullshit's going, flying everywhere else until you got to catch some bullshit. What's the bullshit? You're healing, bro. Who's who? I don't know. If the fucking boot fits. Let's move on. February 25th. Following the fiery energy of the full moon in Leo, we welcome the beginning of Pisces season on February 18th. So we pulled that card and I was like, it's Pisces season. Good grief. It's your season. Honor your boundaries during this season. Are any of you doing that? Nah. That's why I said, go find yourself somewhere else, dude. Go find a way to live life somewhere else. You're annoying me. In the sense of, I get tired of looking at you guys that are not doing anything with your lives. Bring about time of emotional adaptability. The Mercury-Saturn conjunction on February 25th. What's today? Signifies a merging of communication, intellect, structure, and discipline. It can bring about a heightened sense of focus, clarity, and determination. We're almost there. I've got it in me. My body won't work with me. Work it. Encourages us to be more methodical in our approach to problem solving and decision making. Create an action plan now before entering the dreamy territory of the new moon in Pisces on February 27th. Ah, lovely. This moon shifts us to connect with our inner selves, listening to our intuition and exploring depths of our emotions. So all you do is you spend all your time with yourself. Not playing with yourself, you douchebags. Of course, a bunch of men would come out here doing this. If you were a woman doing it, then you are in a distorted masculine energy, bro. Pay attention to your dreams as they may hold valuable insights and messages from your higher self or the universe. That's it. Universal information. Where? You don't get it from outside. It's inside, idiot. All you're talking about is the stupid shit you're talking about to yourself. Keep talking to yourself, bro. Keep believing those ideas. You're like Kanye West and President Trump. You're going to rule the world one day, bro. Keep going on. Keep on keeping on. Trust your intuition. Yeah, there you go. And that's what it said about Pisces. We already talked about all this, is you need to watch the intuition and the fucking, and the imagination. Trust your intuition when setting intentions or making decisions. Allow yourself to be guided by your... And that's it. Mike is... I'd like to make an announcement. We're going on tour. The Holy Spirit, and that's Marshall too. Marshall's performing in India. And away they go. It's kind of what it means. It's like you just outgrow them and they just fall off. They gotta just move on with their life and go do something with it. Go do whatever you do. Just do it. Get out of here. We'll be sitting here laughing at you as you fail at life again. We'll be, as we're succeeding, we'll be laughing at you. You know what I mean? Just getting old. We'll laugh at you. That's all they're gonna do anyways. Once you get on stage, it's gonna all be about critiquing your fucking low vibrational... I love you, Marshall, but there is no way, bro. You're 55 fucking nearly. You're 52 years old, bro. You can't keep up, and neither can Fat Neck. You cannot hold down that fucking stage for an hour every night for a couple weeks at a time. Sorry, you don't have the inner energy to do such things. In the sense of it's going to be same old, same slow, boring ass show. And anyone that you've already put on your lineup, I already told you, are going to be lame-o fucking walking from one side. Do you understand the length of the fucking stage? Because we saw you do that. Like, it's serious, bro. You don't have the energy to hold the fucking crowd. You can't run from one side of the stage to the other, let alone jump, sing, dance, boogie, oogie, oogie, or anything, bro. We're going to have to push your ass and your fucking verse, and that's how much of your dick is Danon going to hold, meaning how many of your backup lyrics does he have to come in so you could take a fucking breath? Meaning hold my dick, hold my mic, hold my words so I could take a breath because I'm an old man now. Shut the fuck up, bro. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't pay to see your ass fucking wobbling around the fucking stage. And you think it's cool, dude. God told you it's been 6 weeks. They told your asses not to do it. Russ comes out here and says, I'm going on tour. You guys are motherfucking idiots, and I can't wait to see what God does with you once you get out there. He is going to make a fucking divine comedy out of your asses. Because he told your asses. You are the tools in this fucking show, bro. Always have been, bro. Always. I'm the light, you're the darkness. And you are the don't be that guy. It started with Kanye, and it's just every motherfucking one of you guys on a Friday. It's a Friday. You can fry your ass today. Anyways, going on to it. Additionally, engaging in creative activities such as painting. I will be writing my music. Playing music can be highly beneficial during this period. I am listening to traditional music that didn't have words because I'm creating new words to music and telling new stories that have not been told before. You are just telling about the shit that you see every day and then what you buy in the store. Oh! These activities will allow you to express yourself authentically and tap into the artistic flow of Pisces energy often brings. Pisces is the intuitional side of Jupiter. It takes a Pisces and a Sagittarius to bring the whole planet of expansion, and I own that shit. We're ready to go. Venus Mercury retrograde. I tried to warn you, it's coming for you. Oh, faster than I thought. Venus retrograde will begin March 1st. Ooh, there goes all your love. Where is the love? It will be in effect till April 12th. It's not very long. I love it. Last time I followed her to California and watched her sail across the sea. And then she was back to Colorado in no time at all. I saw her in the sky once again. This time is known to bring forth introspection and reflection on matters of your heart, meaning your heart's going to hurt. In addition to affecting aesthetic appearance and money. It urges us to reevaluate our relationships, values, desires, self-expression, and finances. It can help uncover issues or unresolved conflict with partnerships and promote us to reassess our approach to love and self-worth. It is highly recommended to avoid getting married or starting a new relationship. Of course you would do this during a retrograde. Because your heart is hurting, so you're codependent more than ever. You're not getting fed by the planet, so you're going to go latch onto someone else. And then, just to start it off, here comes Mercury at the same time. This is going to be the funniest thing. This is, if there was ever a circle the block fucking energy, and it's right at tax season. That's what's so funny. Has it always been like this and we just learning the patterns of life? It literally is. As soon as the planet, where you feel all self-confident and all in love and you love your body and you love the life, and as soon as this piece of love is ripped out of the sky, now you're looking for someone to love you. Ugh, you fucking parasites, don't call me during this time. I'm changing my number. Feels like a perfect time to take a vacation and get away from people. Starting a relationship, doing any sort of drastic change to your appearance. I can't wait to see what you idiots do. Kim Kardashian and all of you cutting your hair and fucking buying boobs. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Did you hear the song? Did you see what does they call that bitch that Catch Me Outside? That bitch looks like a whole different bitch. She blew up her fucking tits and her fucking face, and then she put bangs and shit. I was like, who's that bitch? They're like, that's that bitch. I was like, that's not that bitch. No, she looks like a whole different bitch. She's like Little Kim, looking crazy and shit. Is this when they normally do that shit? They catch a coupon, they do that shit at tax season, come out looking all weird and shit for that hot girl summer, looking like all some slushy shit. Oh shit, bitch. This is funny. I'm just catching on. Catching on? Confirmation. We're catching. You catching this? Don't do this. Don't be that person. If you feel the urge to fuck with your appearance or go fucking around with people, don't do it. It's a no-go. On March, it gets worse. On March 2nd, but wait, it gets worse. At 11:22, what did it do? Mercury, the planet of communication and rational thinking, joins forces with Neptune. Neptune is all about inspiration and the spark of genius, dude, and illusions. This is great. The planet of dreams, imagination, and spirituality. This brings forth an energy that transcends logical boundaries. All right, this is where you're either going to be super tapped in or you're going to be a weirdo. Tap into the realms of the intuition and the higher conscious. During this conjunction, you may find yourself experiencing heightened creativity. I told you, that's what I'm writing my music. Enhanced psychic abilities. Yeah, because I need to talk to the old schools to tell me what to do. And a deep sense of empathy. Communication takes on a poetic quality as words become infused with emotions and symbolism. That's it. Your music don't mean shit. The fuck is Russ talking about in his album? Drop your panties, bro. I can't wait. When's your drop date? I gotta get it. It's a drop date. I can't wait. Oh, yes, we are rhyming. It's coming in. Can you feel the flow? And his album's already done. How can he catch creativity when he hasn't even caught it? I told you not to do it. They did told you, bitches, not to do it. Is anybody catching these messages? That's what I said. Nobody's listening. Go somewhere else with your stupid shit. They're trying to catch tour dates on the day that we're supposed to be writing down our new album. And the Grammy goes to us, not you, because you're too busy out there selling tickets and merch. I fucking love it. You guys are idiots. Anyways, empathy. Okay. Ideas flow effortlessly into the mind, becomes attuned with the subtle nuances and the unseen world. You guys can't see it because you're trying to see what you can do in the real world. Love it. On March 11th, Venus and Mercury form a conjunction that combines a blended energy focused on how communication with others, particularly expressing your needs. Express yourself. We talked about this. You're not being honest about your needs and what you need and what you want. That's it. You're not. You're just not being honest. You're a lie. July, and it's only fucking February. All right, let's get on to this. This is only intensified more and more and leads up to the Mercury conjoining Venus in retrograde on March 15th. Okay, so, all right, so Mercury's fucking with you the whole month, and then it's going to take off on you. Sounds like a fucking planet, bro. He's like, I'm gonna fuck with you and then I'm gonna take off on you, bro. I'm gonna take off on these niggas. So much creativity happening in the universe. I get to witness it all and put it into words. You, on the other hand, are selling tickets and merch. It is a time when miscommunication may be more prevalent, resulting in misunderstandings and conflicts in relationships. Well, that won't happen for us because we were told not to be in a relationship. Why? Lilith says, always. Speak from your heart now. All right, we got a full moon in Virgo, people. And a lunar eclipse. So, oh, these are dangerous. These are dangerous. These are like when twin flame activations and shit happen. It's the total eclipse of your heart. It's only a partial eclipse, I think. Damn, there's a lot going on in March. We went from March 1st, 2nd, 11th. Here we are on the 14th. Lunar eclipse will occur. To celebrate, engage in rituals that focus on grounding, purification, and organization. This is an ideal time to declutter both your physical and energetical, clearing out any stagnant or negative energies that you're holding back. This is what I mean. How are you going to do that when you guys are holding repressed energy and memories? You're like, I fucking hate that person. This is a good time to stop hating that person. You're like, no, you don't know what they did. I mean, you can express yourself to yourself and come to an understanding with yourself and have compassion for yourself and for that person. Or you could sit here and bomb me with the bullshit and I can have compassion and try to force compassion onto you. But ultimately, it is something you must accept. This would be a good time to do it. It's Friday then. Or you can wait till the, the fucking lunar eclipse where it forces you to face these things where you're being negative. Negative. Sorry, guys, but you're just... Let me take a breath. And that's why I'm here to guide you. You're a hating ass bitch. You motherfucking haters. Hi, I am Lilith, the leader of the goddess of hell. To lead you out of your hate, bro. I hated everything before you hated everything. I hate God way more than you could hate God. I hate man more than you can hate man. I will show you how to release the hate and laugh it off and get yourself into the gates of heaven. But yeah, you're a hating ass bitch. That's okay, so am I. I get it. I hate them too. Tell me, I'll hate them more than you. Them motherfuckers. You want to hear what happened to my homeboy? It's a fucked up story. He's a good guy, bro. But that's what I told the kids. His spirit was trying to warn him only because it was going to happen no matter what. So he tells me the story. I haven't heard from him. I'm like, what's up, Ray? I haven't heard from you. Did you forget about me? Are you mad at me? What's going on? He's like, oh, let me tell you what happened. So what happened? He said, well, I ran out of propane to his thing. So he goes and he fills. That's another thing. I was like, where do you fill up these fucking things? He says, the Flying J. So he fills up his, I just learn lots of shit all the time. He has propane in his camper. I'm like, where do you fill that motherfucker up at? He tells me where to go fill it up at. In Mexico, you gotta know where to fill up your propane tanks. So I'm learning new things. Anyways, he says his camper runs out of propane. So he goes to put on the generator so that he can run the heater for the dog. But then the generator keeps going out. He doesn't know what's going on, but he's got to be to work. So he's like, fuck it. I'm going to take the dog and I'll go to work, tell him that I need some time to figure this out, and I'll come back to work. Or I'll keep the dog at work and keep, where it's warm. I'm not leaving the dog where it's cold. Amen, I get it. He's like, but, I usually leave, I don't leave my shit, anywhere. So, I brought the dog, so I brought all my shit with me. I was like, okay. And this is a sad story. And this is what my daughter said. She said, this always happens to old people. And this is what happens. So I told him, I was like, well, he doesn't believe in a bank. So he had a little bit of too much money on him. I mean, he keeps some, but, people are always scared not to believe in banks. So they keep more on their persons, dude. So he had more on his persons than he should have. So instead of leaving it where he normally leaves it locked up in, in a safe place, and since the dog wasn't there, he decided to bring it with him when he brought the dog. He brought all of his possessions with him when he brought the dog because he didn't, there was nothing to guard the house since he brought the dog. So he goes for 5 minutes. He leaves the car running, leaves the dog in the car, goes in to tell his boss what's going on. In that time, somebody at his job, on cameras, reached into his car, grabbed his wallet and all of his possessions, and fucking robbed him. And it was over $3,000 that they took, plus his, he had his jewelry and all his possessions. They took all of his shit, bro. All he was trying to do was, go in and be like, hey, I gotta fix some shit. Now, he's really kind and he's okay about it. He just wants to fucking, get a hold of the cameras. They're playing a lot of games and he can't get the footage. And I'm like, you have to call the police because they forced the footage. He's like, you're right. And so we talked about that. But then when I hung up the phone, I was like, dude, this is fucked up. He's a good guy. He just only helps people. He's not hurting anybody. You know what I mean? It's like, why, and you look at people and you're like, why, God? Why you do that to him, God? That's not fair. He's not hurting anybody. He wasn't going to use that money to hurt nobody, nothing like that. And then it's like God says that money's going to hurt that person. And look at his attitude. And that's exactly what he said. He's like, it's all good. I get paid today and I'm going to make my check's like $2,500. I was like, yeah, and that's what it is. It's an attitude of it's okay. But you got to understand, and that's what I was trying to explain, is I know the full story. He has contracted work for a certain amount of time, a certain period of time, certain seasons where he works real hard, and then he's laid off. He's on unemployment for the rest of the seasons. So he's got to take this money and, you know what I mean, hold it to get him through. There's a lot of those people, if you're a fucking sports person, your contract is for so long. You've got to use that money for so long. And that's why you go and catch other fucking sponsorships and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, they got signed for $15 million for a 5-year contract, but their lifestyle is, you know what I mean, $6 million a year, and then they don't know what their daughters are spending, and blah, 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 blah. Anyways, going back to it is like, I know that it's not a nest egg. This is what he lives off of going forward. And God just took away his money. He worked hard for it. He does nothing but work 7 days a week, 10 to 12 hours a day, so that he can live later on throughout the year. And now somebody has just taken away part of his nest egg, and he has to start all over. And I felt really bad for him. Like, I want to kill them. It's like, you didn't deserve that. Do you say it's the devil? Did God not protect him? And is the protection only in the peace that God will make this up? It'll be okay. Well, you know what I mean? In the essence, they find the guy. What do they get? Will he get his money back? Will he get his time back? Will he get his energy back? And in the essence, if he says he makes that much, then maybe. But that's not the truth. You know what I mean? You could say, well, it was only a week's worth of pay. No, that was many weeks where I only had scrimmed together some of that money to put that money away. You know what I mean? It's like all that time, all that energy, all that pain of his, you know what I mean, that his body went through to put that money together, and it's just gone. And my daughter said that. She's like, she's 14. How does she know this? But many old people, you know what I mean? They've lost all of their fucking savings. I used to watch all kinds of stories about it. They work their whole life to have nothing, to have to, you know what I mean, just be humble, just like us. And at the same time, I gotta be honest, I got an email that said my fucking taxes got took. And that's where I was like, and I told him, I was like, it's not a misery loves company, because they took exactly the same amount from me, a little bit more, to be honest. I was like, but it made me realize, because, in my situation, I'm sitting here like, well, you kind of knew this was going to happen. You didn't plan for this to happen. You got to just trust God. And it's like, he did it to both of us on the same, you know what I mean? In the same instance. And he's doing it to many people. Many people didn't see that he was just going to take away all their income. Going back to the people that are getting laid off and everything, people that are losing their houses and all of their stability and all of their security. Is the devil real? Is the devil really coming out and taking from God's people like this? But doesn't God still live within us, and will he still provide for us? And that's the peace. It's like, all right, I mean, I didn't have shit before this idea that I was going to have some shit. You gave me an idea I was going to have some shit. They took away the idea of me having some shit, but I still have an idea in you. I still believe in you. I can't believe in that, but I believe in you. You're like, they took your taxes? Well, sort of, I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to give it all my energy. Again, you could. But yeah, I got a letter in Oklahoma last year saying that there was an offset. I thought it meant they were going to give me all that money, which was $2,600. They said that I owed them $2,600. Did I know this? Yes, I knew this. But I also knew that H&R Block made the mistake, so they're supposed to pay for the mistake. And if there was going to be a mistake, it's all going to come down to them. So I just found out about it today. And when they go to fucking, you know what I mean, charge me for the advance that they gave me and their fees, they're going to have to figure out where's all this money. And they're going to realize that they have to fix all this. So am I really worried? No, because the majority of it wasn't coming from there. It was coming from Colorado, and Colorado hasn't even started accepting taxes yet. So no matter how you look at it, I'm not moving anywhere. And I told you that. They won't let me move. And that's it. It's like God has all control. You know what I mean? And then you look at it, it's like, well, what if he takes all the money? Then he took away the possibility, and he'll make another way. He kept me focused enough to keep me in a peaceful place. Sometimes that's just how it is. It's like, there's lots of those things. You go back to these relationships. God, why did you make me think that I was going to work out with Bobby? You had to believe in something to keep going. Did it not keep you going? Did you not, you know what I mean? You learned along the way. Yeah, you didn't get what you thought you were going to get. But you're going to be okay, aren't you? Like, yup. And that's just kind of it. Sometimes you just got to take your focus and put it on something good. Doesn't mean that you're going to get that good. It just means that, you have something good to think about. And that's really it. When you're in jail, you got to have a thought, something good to think about. When you're lost, you have to have a glimmer of hope. Now, in the sense of, do I have any reason to believe they're going to mess with my taxes? No, because God gave me a glimmer of hope yesterday. In the sense of, why in the fuck is the ex-husband trying to get rid of all of that money? Why is he challenging paternity? When I woke up this morning, I started to think about it. I was like, they might have something. And if the only way he can fight it is to say that the kids aren't his. But ultimately, you know what I mean? And I started laughing about it. I was like, ultimately, what is he trying to do right now? And why would he have it? He had to have money to have an attorney. He doesn't have a job, but he has money for an attorney. And that's how it works. In Oklahoma, they'll confiscate your belongings, bro. They'll take your shit. And I tried to get him to do it, and I found out he had money. So maybe it's a delayed response. But if he has possessions, they'll seize his possessions in order to satisfy the fucking debt. And that's exactly what happened to my taxes. When he files taxes, and he never does, they'll take that money too. Any money that he's, that he's gifted, when they run his Social Security, they see that he has an outstanding federal debt, which is child support. That's federal debt, bro. He cannot possess a fucking, a passport. He can't leave the country until he pays that debt. Not only that, but it was, they at one point, Colorado had suspended his license. They can take him and literally put him in jail for this. And Oklahoma is one of the stiffest states, I learned that when I got down there, that really enforce it. So after they found him, we got a couple of checks out of him a couple months ago. We got a couple checks and then he quit. After they found him, they found him. They found his address. They knew he had a job. They knew he had a car. They knew his possessions. They found him, right? Now, because I was in, Oklahoma is enforcing it on him. Going back to it is he's trying to get out of this debt. And I, again, would like to believe that they already got him on something. They could take his car. They could take his house. If he had boats, if he had anything. You can't owe that much money without them coming and, it's the repossession. That's what this whole thing is supposed to be. The longest thing was they couldn't find him. Do you remember how we found him? God woke me up out of a sleep. He kept giving me numbers. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. The address was 1, 2, 3, something, was the address to his fucking job. God put me on woke me up out of a nap, put me on Instagram, and he was wearing his Carl's Jr. fucking outfit. I looked up Carl's Jr. in the town that I knew he was in because he had sent a fucking shit package to my kid for fucking his birthday, which was a bunch of leftover garbage. And I look it up, and the address is 1, 2, 3, something. And I call him at work. Hey, Christian McClure. This is Lisa Ware, your baby mama. How are you? Click! Took forever for child support. By the time that was months ago. I got here and we got a couple of little paychecks out of him, which was really nice. We really needed it, but then it was gone. He quit his job. Now, all these months later, he reached out to me, 3 to 4 weeks ago, saying, can I talk to Amelia? Nope. Blocked. It was the same situation. So then all of a sudden, he's contacting an attorney, is contacting child support to find out what the arrears are. Meaning he has an attorney trying to fight for, this, either, that's what me and Amelia laughed, either to fight the custody order, but the custody order can't be fought with that much child support delinquency is where we're at. Or he's trying to fight the fucking, the child support order and the arrears. Meaning he doesn't want to pay it. Why doesn't he want to pay it all of a sudden? I think they've already seized something. And the only way he can get out of them taking it from him is to deny is if the kids aren't his. It's the only way. So he got a fucking, he got a lawyer.
I'll be his.
And all this completely. That's what I said. was like completely. But it's a fun little ride, which we call the Divine Comedy. So in the essence, so maybe there is a payoff. Maybe there is a payoff for him all those years. All those years. Their whole life of never ever fucking, you know what I mean? Always running and creating new life. Maybe God came in and took his life and is going to give it to the kids.
Finally. We need that money. Can I have some?
What are you going to do with it?
I have like $100.
Even more than that. See, that's how sad it is. It's like, can I have $100? No. And then if you go to his Instagram, he's over there. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. But can't pay his $500 a month child support. It's crazy, right? So going into this, you know, where did this all start with? We were talking about some stupid shit. It started with compassion, dude, and empathy. And it's like, you know, me getting mad at other people. Like, I'll get mad at them with you. Where were we talking about? It was a time to clean out, you know, significant in communications. It's a time in Michigan, something. Where were we? Ideal time to declutter both your physical, energetic, cleaning out negative energy. That's where I said we're all negative. We're negative about people. We want retribution. We want our payback. We want our justice. We want to judge them. We want our jury. We want to be heard. We want to attack these people for what they've done to us. You hear my story. I get it. You heard this story. I want to fight for you too because I can't fight. We want to fight. It's my money and I want it now. J.G. Wentworth. Okay. 877 cash now. That might help somebody. It's a tune that's been in my head, lives rent free for like, you know, ever. A lot of these ones. My kids got all those commercial jingles in their head. Anyways, going back to it is we got to clear out our closet and our, you know, our audacity that we're going to get what's ours and we give it to God and God will decide what's right. You know what I mean? In the essence of, I don't know what's going on with any of it. And it's like, you know, you know what I mean? What happened with the taxes? Apparently what happened is, not last year, the year before, H&R Block claimed that I made more money, so they gave me too much taxes. If that's the case, H&R Block has to fix all of this from a couple years ago. That's why I'm not really worried about any of that. I just am not worried about it. So that's why I'm like, well, you know, in essence, is that our door?
No, it's me.
Oh, okay. In essence, it's like, they gave me money when we didn't have money, and that's what I told my kids this morning. I was like, I listed all the places. I was like, and again, I shared Lake Mead. I was like, we left the lake with no money. I packed up that morning, I had no money. Before I even left the lake, people had given me nearly $60. Just random people. You know what I mean? I left Colorado. We left Colorado with nothing. We left Oklahoma, thank God, Mr. Plum had put together some money, but we had nowhere to go. I told him exactly what we had each time we left. I was like, we had a little bit over $100 when we left Wisconsin. My sister put us out. We had a little bit over $200. Money is not the thing. We'll figure this out. It's like, but I never, you know what I mean? I never knew what was going on. Please don't ask me what's going on. I don't know. God is going on and will keep going on. With or without money. The money is a great thing to think that, you know, it'll solve all things. But that's it too. It's like, even with the idea of how much I was going to get, I didn't know where to put it. What I was going to do with it. What do you want me to do with this money? You know what I mean? And that's it. It's like you think that money is the answer, but it only causes more worry and problems because now it's more responsibility. And that's it. Going back to my friend's story. His spirit told him he was going to get jacked. Don't leave this money here because somebody might steal it. So instead he took it with him and it got stolen anyways. You literally walked yourself into your own destruction. Your spirit guides you into learning this lesson. Why didn't I just leave it there? Why did I listen to why? And that happens. I was telling them stories. We do that all the time. I was like, you know, people will be like, you know, trying to protect themselves and end up, you know what I mean, putting themselves in danger and, you know, trying to avoid a situation creates the situation. Additionally, working with the earth elements such as herbs like lavender and lemongrass and crystals like period and fluorite can help enhance your rituals during this eclipse. Write those down. They gave it to you right there. Lemongrass you can find anywhere. I was looking at that so hard last night. I went to go to work. I should have just followed my intuition. I'm arguing with myself. I haven't had a coffee in a long time, like a good coffee, a 7-Eleven coffee. I'm going to work. I know I need drinks. So I grabbed 2 sodas, a water, and I'm standing there and I need my hot drink. And I'm like, I really want a coffee. And they're like, no, get a tea. But there's no mint. And I'm staring at the lemongrass. I have it in my hand. But I'm like, no, I want the coffee. And I left it there. Lavender crystals like period fluorite. I have plenty of that everywhere. Enhances your rituals during the eclipse. Incorporate practices like meditation, journaling, and divination to gain clarity. What is divination? Talking to God. You're not creating spells. You're talking to God. What we're doing right now is divination. As we start pulling out these cards, we're going to have it's a divination. I don't know the definition of divination, but diviny. It derives from the word divine. Do you speak Latin? No. I try though. It sounds really funny. See, habla español. Anyways, going back to it is, you know, divine is you're using your these all of these things are divination. Crystals are a way to connect with spirit. Herbs are a way to connect with spirit. Cards, the Bible, books, you know what I mean? All different ways of how you connect with spirit. That's what divination is. To gain clarity on your intentions and goals. Something as simple as sitting in front of a candle playing music. You know what I mean? Playing Mozart. You're connecting with spirit. You're not in reality. You're taking yourself into an altered reality with using music and using aromatherapy as if the candle has a smell. You know what I mean? That's what that is. It's not magic. It's just, I mean, it creates what you would think is magic on page 99. However, it's important to note that the eclipses are known for their intensity and unpredictability. It is advisable to approach any spell work or ritual with caution during this time. Focus, because it'll backfire on you. Focus on inner work rather than trying to manifest external changes immediately. That's it. Why do people use spell work? They lack faith. What do you want? You know, going back to spell work, what do you think about when they use spell work? Abundance and love, prosperity. You know what I mean? They want to look pretty. This is all inner, these are all out of fear and insecurities. Love. You're insecure that nobody will love you, and you want this person. And that's what I told Millie. I was like, don't ever put a love spell. Because you might want their love right now, but you might not want it later. And that's it. It's like, all I ever wanted was for you to love me. Now all I want is for you to go the fuck away forever. There was a time in my life, all I ever wanted was for you to love me. Just look at me. Just pay me attention. Just notice me. Now I wish I wish I never met you. You know what I mean? Like, in the sense of, you know, you're using spell work for love. You're using beauty. Why? Because you don't see yourself beautiful. You want them to see you in a light that you're not at. You don't see yourself beautiful. You're praying for money, meaning you don't believe that money will come to you and that it's not, you know what I mean? You're not worthy of money. You're praying for abundance, whatever that is, a car or a business. You're praying for it, then work for it, bro. It's one part this, two part you. Get to work. That's it. You can't wave a wand to get the things that you want of this world. But I promise you, the things you want of this world are nothing more than fear-based, exceptional tools. Meaning, if I have this, people will accept me. You know what I mean? Why do you want his love? So you can accept yourself, so you can be acceptable, so you can have this, you know what I mean? You feel like you're nothing without this person. You need this person to be whole. Why do you need this money? I get you, dude. You need this money to show that you're not a fucking fuck up and you're not poor and you can afford to, you know, buy someone a cheeseburger. I get it, but maybe we just can't right now. Okay, moving on. You know what I mean? You're not pretty. Bro, I have my ugly days, bro. But even on my ugliest days where I feel so ugly and I don't want to be seen, there's always someone that'll smile at me and notice me and thinks that I'm beautiful. You want their attention, but they're too busy looking at fucking, you know, Russ. Russ sees all the surface level beauty. And it's surface. It's great. That's why that girl, what's her name? The Catch Me Outside girl. That's why she did that to her face, bro. She didn't feel beautiful. She wanted to be more beautiful. She's like, if I cut my hair and I blow up my lips, and I don't know what she did. She doesn't look like her. That's like Kim Kardashian, bro. That's like fucking Nicki Minaj. If I'm a black girl, I should have a big ass. My ass isn't as big as these rest of these black girls. I need a big ass. I need a big ass. I need to have a big ass like all black girls. Okay. But now it looks funny when you sit down, and I don't know what it feels like. How does it feel when you get filled with shit? I'm dead ass. I'm all up in that ass. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm so creatively funny. In the sense of, it's like, dude, I just want people to accept me, so I'm gonna cut off my hair, and I'm gonna cut off my boobs, and I'm gonna fucking dye myself, and I'm gonna try myself, and I'm gonna do whatever it takes for people to love me. I just want people to like me. Fuck. That's gonna kill you, bro. That's killing you. It's killing you wanting to be liked. I never tried to compete because I can't. That's what I said. I don't fucking look like Jonica, bro. I'm not gonna put all that makeup on. You're never gonna say my titties hanging out like that. I'm not gonna wear that shit unless we're in the bedroom. And you're not taking pictures. Fuck. Not that bitch. I mean, and then you look at my pictures like, bitch, you look better than that bitch. I guess. Whatever. It's not a competition. And that's what everything is I've got to be better than that guy so you'll like me. You know, going to my guy is like, oh, Bobby. I love you, Bobby. But fuck. And that's Russ. That's all of you. I'm not Lewis. I'm not Russ. I'm not this guy. I'm not that guy. I'm not this guy. You're always trying to tell everyone, you know, this is the same fucking message I said yesterday. Trying to establish your identity with people. Trying to make people know who you are by putting on a show. What are you doing? Show yourself who you are, and then, you know what I mean, walk in that of knowing who you are, and they'll know who you are. You don't have to, I don't have to walk into a room and tell anybody who the fuck I am. The whole fucking room is looking at me wondering. Let them, and they're judging me, bro. They're making up all kinds of ideas in their head. Anything that pops in their head. Look at her necklace. Look at her, look at this. Look at that, look at that. Whatever they come up with, bro. Whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say. I don't care. In the sense of, you know what I mean? Like, if I wear the nice clothes that you wear, then that means I'm rich? No, that's not true. That's not true. I had someone do that to me, too. Like, you, give me $1. I ain't got $1. No, you got money. I don't got no money. I'm poor like you, bro. I'm broke. I'm homeless. No, you're not homeless. I just look nice, bro. Stop judging me. They're always judging you. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them. All you can do is find peace in yourself, bro. People are always going to rub you the wrong way, dude. You trying to explain yourself to somebody. That's Russ. And by the way, and what I meant to say, and on another note, who cares? Stop explaining. What's understood doesn't need to be explained. Okay? Okay. Going back to this fucking spell work. Don't do it. And especially you idiots. You do this shit all the time, and all the shit backfires on you. Focus on inner work rather than manifesting external change immediately. Work on fixing how you feel about things, and then you won't want the same thing. You won't feel the same things about the things you want. That's what I was talking about yesterday. I was like, what if Bobby left his wife? I don't know. That's not what I wanted. None of this is what I wanted. Don't ask me what I want. What did you want? I don't know. I know how I feel. What do you want me to do about those? I don't know. I don't know what to do about these feelings. Don't ask me what I want. Do you understand? That's what it is. It's like, it's all a self-exploration. You're trying to put your feelings on somebody. Well, what do you want me to do? I don't know. And that's that moment. It's like you want people to do something because you're putting yourself on them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you're like looking at them like, you want something? Yeah, I want you to say something. What? What do you want me to say? You want to go out to eat? Yeah, what do you want to eat? I don't know. Like, you want me to make up all your decisions. What do you want from me? I don't know. I don't even know what I want. I'm trying to sit here trying to figure out who the fuck I am, and you're over here all in my face telling me who trying to tell me who you are. Sorry, no offense. Take an opportunity to reflect on your spiritual path, set intentions for personal growth, and release any patterns or beliefs that no longer serve you. That's all we do all day. In 54 minutes, that's all I taught you. It's all I ever teach you. Can I get through 4 cards that fast? I don't know. I really don't. But that was a prediction for the month to come. I'm giving you what was that? It was like the next 15 days. That's not even that long. There's a lot happening. Are you ready for it? I know. What'd they say? Lots of shit. Well, we got number 5. We're still in the deep. We're going with the Kelpie, which is a warning. They're sending out a warning. I'm hearing SOS. That's a good song. Alright, number 5. They're sending a warning. We release the Kraken, face the dragon. Here comes the warning. If you are given a warning, you should heed it. Oh yeah, going back to the guys. They've told you not to go on tour. They told you not to go on tour. They told you not to go on tour. They told you not to go on tour. What do I care? if you go on tour. Oh, other people are gonna like you. You're gonna have such a great time in the hotels. I don't care. God said don't do this. He said sacrifice your fucking pride, your business, your fucking, you know what I mean, your accolades and what you wanted. And I'm talking to you, Lewis Hamilton. He told you not to do this. Lewis is the scariest thought. One glitch, one fucking rock on the ground, and Lewis is at 200 miles an hour could die. He's the scariest one right now to me when God told you not to do this. Will he take your life? If you're not going to give up your life for him, he might take it. You must understand this, guys. To my 12 and the rest of you chosen, if you at one point, out of your own free will, choose to abandon ship, then you're abandoning life. Your life has a purpose, and if you try to get off that purpose, then you're getting out of your life, you're leaving life. Your life has much purpose, but if you're not going to use your life for that purpose that you signed up for, and for some reason you lose direction of what you're really here to do, God's going to stop you and bring you home and put you back on track. I just had to be quiet because it's not a joke. I can't get out of this. And neither can you. You are not going to live your life for you, this life. And you know who you are. He gave you this many years to live for you, as he did me. I lived 39 years for me. The rest of my life is for him and for his people. If I ever wish to see the gates of the kingdom of heaven and be freed of this experience. If you do not fulfill your purpose in this life and you keep using your free will to fill your flesh, your flesh will never be satisfied. You cannot satisfy the flesh. Not this lifetime, not next lifetime, not in any lifetimes. The flesh desires all things. It cannot be satisfied. It cannot be satisfied. If you keep pursuing these transcordial fucking satisfactions that will not satisfy, meaning you're going to sacrifice your purpose in hopes that you will feel happy in this life, that all you care about is you feeling good in this life, your life has no purpose and you must end. Every life has purpose because it gives life to other life. When a life form stops giving life, its life is over. All of you that think that you're not important, you are important to this world and to God and to the ecosystem and to the big plan. When you no longer are needed and you're no longer part of the plan, you are pulled away, you are pulled out of the game. If you sit there and try to use this game for your own, and trying to play God's people and God's plan for your own destruction, if you try to Lucifer this and try to make this all about you, he will take you out. He will put you in a separate place apart from the rest of us. It's no joke. So going back to my twin flames, he has told you and 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 he has told you. And that goes back to Jesus Christ. If you bear no fruit, you shall bear no fucking fruit. He will chop down the tree. These are the judgment days. You are being judged by God Almighty Christ right there, based on your heart. If your heart is all wicked and you have only come to satisfy your own flesh, he will cut the tree down. They will sit down, you will go back to the Creator and have that talk and come back again as a better person. You either become a better person in this life or you will be created into a better person in the next. I'm being honest with this. This is terrible. And it could happen to any of them. What was in that fucking video? I'm not looking for it. He said, enough. We're taking down planes. A plane has fell every day since then. Once a week. All over. They're falling. And you're going to fucking board a plane under the fucking... It was literally directed to you guys. Nobody else in the world knew that those words were said. They said, if you go on tour... No, they said enough. We've had enough. We control the weather. I don't remember where the video is. I might have to go find it. We're taking down planes. You are not going to do this. You are not going to spread your negativity any further. And since then, what has he showed you? That he takes down the planes. All of them are crashing all over with no understanding. And you plan on boarding a fucking plane? Lewis, Marshall, Russ, Mike, Kanye, Ellie, Logic, Royce? Are you fucking kidding me right now? And what do I gotta do? Watch you burn and die and say, oh, well, I told you so, bitch. Don't be that guy. Didn't God tell us? You want to put your life on the line to see? You want to test God? You want to test my God? You haven't seen his realness? You haven't seen the realness in my messages? You haven't seen that I serve a real God, that he's real? That I serve Christ, the universe, that is real? How many times will they warn you? You didn't heed the warning. And that's where we are. You guys know that this is the end time, but you don't believe it. You don't want to listen to it. They told you, Christ told you 20,000 years ago that this was coming and that he would be back and this would happen. And here we are. And you're trying to deny that he's here, that this is happening. You're denying God. You're denying that God's plan is playing out. You're denying the stories of old. You're denying our ancestors. You're denying the truth of the Holy Bible. You are denying all ancient teachings that said, this is that time. I don't care. I'm here to witness it. I knew it was that time. I'm here to walk people through those times. Again, going back to whoever you are, but especially those guys, heed the warnings. If God tells you not to go out tonight, and you didn't, and that's it, and you went out, then you walked yourself. And it's like, was God not there? No, he was right there. He told you not to do it. You didn't listen to him. There's a consequence for all actions. Did the devil get you? Or is God about to get you for not listening? If someone shows you who they are, believe them. That was DMX. Believe a person to show you who they really are. Understand your current limitations, yet extend your skills. Your intuition may be asking you to be aware of danger. Pay heed. Did they warn you? Did God warn you about something you're about to do? Did I warn you? Am I not the messenger of God? Did Gabriel come and talk to you? Have you been getting dreams and visions from dead people? Maybe your mother's spirits. Has the music been talking to you? Has something been telling you to get the fuck out of here? Has something been trying to get you away from someone or something and you're not fucking listening? You're lucky if you make it out with your life. And that's how it is. When danger is upon you, you must flee in the middle of the night. You must hear the voice of God. He's come to protect you and to guide you, and that's it. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be his name. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us of our trespasses, as we forgive those that trespass against us. Meaning, God, take care of me today. Provide for me and my family. Give us our daily bread. Make sure our bills are paid and we have a place to lay our head. While we work on forgiving ourselves for harming others. Forgive us for the harm that we've caused others, as we work on forgiving those that have caused harm to us. Cleaning out your closet. We spend our time trying to forgive others. Please forgive us. Lead us not into temptation, God. It's upon us everywhere. We're tempted by everything. Help us, guide us away from temptation. And if we walk into it, deliver us from the evil that we've walked ourselves into. For you are the power and the glory in the kingdom. Amen. All you can do is ask him. And listen. Are you listening to God while he's trying to provide for you? While he's trying to help you to forgive? While he's forgiving you, are you forgiving others? Are you avoiding the temptations? It's very tempting. This sounds very good. I think I might do this. Put your name on the line. No, this is not a good idea. Everything's very tempting. The flesh wants all things. All things satisfy the flesh. Duality, warning and ignorance. Most people would be familiar with the famous water kelpies. That the one that lives in the Loch Ness. Oh, it's Lockie. Oh my God, it's Nessie. The exchange. It happened when I was born. I can't really tell you all about that. It's a beautiful thing. That's the shape shifting. Beautiful. Those famous dark curling bubbles or humps rising above the coral depths of the loch have captured our imagination and sent shivers up our spine for a very long time. The kelpie is a shape shifter. That's what happened. Normally, what happened? I couldn't figure it all out. It took me a long time, and it just came to me. Morgan shape shifted. Morgan shape shifted into the Loch Ness monster where she hid. 1982 was the last time they went looking for her. She hasn't been seen since. That was when I was born. It's a whole great story. And that's it. The energy just moves from one monster to another. So anyways, later on in life, I had this huge fucking... I told my mom when she was still alive. I was watching this documentary about the Loch Ness monster. And I told her I had to go there. I had to go there. I said, I was like, the last time they looked was then. I was like, I have to. I have to go. I know. I have to go. I have to go. I have to go. I told my mom when she was alive I had to go there. I know now why. The kelpie is a shapeshifter, normally one that changes from its more monstrous form in the water to a land-based animal like a black horse. And then pretty much a decent-sized body of the water in Scotland and has a kelpie attached to it. The word kelpie itself comes from the Gaelic, here it goes, Kalipak, which is, see it? Kalik, meaning the colt. And that's it too. What happened? I did that ceremony the day the Broncos played the Colts. The kelpie has hooves that are backwards facing, and sometimes the kelpies sing haunting songs, and they're very pleasing to the ear. So and that's what I said too, as the witch that sings the haunting tunes. So to lure their prey on 22. And then as far as the hoofed animal, that goes back to the Sagittarius. Kelpies are also said to be able to transform into non-equine land creatures, including human forms. These forms can be both male and female, young and old, but normally you can tell who they are because their hair is almost always wet. Is your hair wet? Not so much anymore. But that's it. My daughter's like, you always go to sleep with your hair wet. As a kid, or you always go outside with your hair wet, and your hair's always wet. Usually. And that's it too. It's like I literally wet my curls. Like if I don't like they're all bushy right now, what will I do? I'll go wet them. They always wear a nicely forged silver necklace, and their curly hair is so black and shiny it seems to have the sheen of water upon it. She suspects that perhaps he is a... Okay, wait. The myth of a young woman being courted by a handsome man. Ooh, this sounds good. All right, I skipped down. Hold on a second. We skipped too far. Both women and almost wet, and they may have seeds and flowers from the water in the hair, or they may be wearing silver necklaces, and their brittle, that is their brittle when they are in their horse form. As I grab my necklaces, one myth tells the young woman being courted by a handsome young man. He always wears a nicely forged silver necklace, and his curly hair is so black and shiny, it seems as if he has the sheen of water upon it. Those Sheen commercials. She suspects that perhaps he is a kelpie, and he decides to remove his necklace while he's sleeping and see when they are on a picnic together. He immediately transforms into his equine form, and she takes him back to the farm and has him work as a horse for a time. Her anger at his dishonesty wears off, and she misses her love. So she consults with a wise woman from the village to see what his best course of action should be. The wise woman takes the necklace and puts it around the horse's neck. The Kelpie transforms back into the human form. She asks the Kelpie whether he wishes to be with the young woman or go back to the water. The Kelpie says that he will stay in the human form, thus becoming mortal if she agrees to marry him. The young woman accepts him as her husband, and the Kelpie stays in the human form, giving up his immortality. The Kelpie is a secretive and hard to spot. Yet, if attacked or wishing to attack, does so in the lightning fast manner without warning. It is said that if you go too close to certain parts of the loch or bodies of water, then you could be taken, ripped off, or ripped apart, or drowned. When someone was found drowned and the Kelpie was suspected, they would tell everyone in the village and surrounding areas. Naturally, people avoided those places and went on. Children especially were warned off of such places, being easy targets, and not as strong. Okay, I'm seeing something crazy. Not as strong as in the water. All right. In Colorado, I've talked about this a lot. Is that our rivers used to pull the kids in. They used to tell the kids all the time to stay away from the Platte, to stay away from the rivers. When? I don't know. Like when I was a kid, like the 90s. Stay away from them. The current's too strong. It'll pull you in. And they would. They would drown. They would get pulled in a lot into the fucking thing. So they're showing me right now with all of this snow, and it's about to hit 60 degrees. It's going to melt real fast, and it's going to flow into the waters. It's going to flow into the Colorado River and all that, and the flow is going to be real fast. Naturally, we need the water and all of this stuff, but it pulls them in. You know what I mean? When it's hot, where do you go? You go to play at the streams, but then the streams pull you in, and they drowned. That's what they were showing me. Creepy, right? When someone was found drowned and the Kelpie, blah, 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 perhaps then such stories of Kelpies were spread to protect children from drowning in waterways. Don't take the kids out to the water. I mean, oh, man. We know that drowning can happen quickly and silently, especially where the shoreline is uneven and currents are strong. Many of these places have marsh and bogs where it is easy to lose secure footing. Oh, man. Kelpies, although reversed and considered to be beautiful, were to be avoided if possible. They were the embodiment of danger and known to inherit the depths of the water. As a reminder that we humans can lose our lives quickly if we don't pay the situation enough respect. And that's what I said before I started this. You could lose your life. The plant companion is the water crowfoot, and the crystal companion is a morion, which sounds like moron to me. The next one is hell. I don't know. Again, that's all I can do. I sit here in the gates and I scream God's words. They're coming for you! I don't tell you the devil is. I tell you God. His avenging army. I tell you what's coming. I tell you in the light. Oh, man. Did you not heed his calling? That was heavy. I have 2 more cards. I have a lot to do with my life. I'm just like, oh, fuck. This is it. It's like, why didn't they listen? Why didn't you listen? Why didn't you listen? Why didn't you listen? I'm seeing Freak Show. He told me not to hang out with them. He knew what they were going to do to me. He told me not to hang out with them, and I didn't listen. It ruined my life. It ruined my music. It ruined everything. It was my best friend. It was my producer. And his best friend, who was the coke dealer, and his wife, who was very weird. We're always there. They're always there. Meaning, you know what I mean? Anybody that wanted anything, here's the dude. And so we're at I don't know, Freak Show's doing he's doing a DJ session at that bar. And they invite me to go hang out with them. They're like, come on, let's go to the house. And he told me, don't go. Don't go. Don't go, just hang out. We'll get some drinks. I'm going to DJ for a couple more hours. Don't go. Just hang out. What happened? I only have part of the memories, bro. But they got me. I don't know how I got out of there. Not really. But I know that after that, I never saw Freak Show again. That whole life was gone. I couldn't face it. It was the most horrible thing it was the most horrible thing. And he told me, don't go. My friend told me not to go. He knew his own best friends. He tried to save me from his own best friends. I can't fully tell you. I mean, I know why God doesn't want you guys to go on tour for so many reasons. I'm telling you, don't go. You're like, you don't know what I have invested. It's not your life. It's just money. It's just money, bro. It's not your life. And that's down to Lewis. No, I've got to drive this car. That car can take your life, bro, at any minute. Somebody's can hit you, Lewis. At any minute, bro. You were lucky last time Max landed on top of your fucking car. He could have snapped your neck and you wouldn't be here to ride in that little red vehicle. At any minute, dude, you know it. And I haven't even seen, you know what I mean, the F1 movie, but we know that the only reason that movie's good, the only reason F1 is good is because of those crashes. He's on a rocket ship with 19 other drivers in rocket ships going around in a circle, hoping to win. And God told him, don't do this time. Don't do this. It could happen to any of them, and that's why it's like he encourages people to take their lives in such ways. Drivers die every year. Every year in that fucking... Every year. More than they'll let you know. Do you think God told fucking Schumacher not to go fucking... You know what I mean? Not to go fucking skiing that year? I think the story is true. They were going to go somewhere else. And he decided to go skiing instead that weekend. I think they had different plans, and all of a sudden he decided to go skiing that weekend. This is the best race car driver in the world. He went skiing one weekend, and he hit something, and he paralyzed himself for life. He's not a full vegetable, but partial. He's been alive all these years, but he's not able to function anymore. You know what I mean? His son, Mick Schumacher, is a driver too, that has all of that. It was passed on into him. And that, you know what I mean? He could be the best driver in the world. It wasn't the fucking, you know what I mean? It wasn't the fucking, the car or the fucking track that took him out. I'm just saying, as I look at this, it's like, I've told these guys so long, bro, don't do this, bro. What are the consequences? Maybe you get out with it. You know, yeah, Russ got away with his fucking... He got away with his tour last year. But you don't know the internal damage it did to him. And how much he didn't get out of it. He thinks if he does it again and does it better, he'll get more out of it. But what is he trying to get out of this? What is the fucking price you're paying to play this stupid game? When God said he's not playing with you and he has something else for you to do with your life. He sucked up Jonah. He made fucking Paul blind. He took away his sight in the middle of the day, bro. So nah, bro, no more. You're looking for me? I'm right here. You're not gonna see nothing else but me. You're looking for me? You're looking for me? You want to kill my people? You want to persecute my people? You're out to get me? I'm right here. I'm right here. You want God? You want to see God? I'm right here. Kanye, you want to see God? You want to keep playing around? What is it to lose your life, Kanye? You're old. You're washed up. You don't care about your children. You don't care about this world. You don't care about nobody but fucking making yourself great again, right? That's what I can say about Trump. He's doing it for other people, bro. He's not doing it for himself. He's fine. That's why you made him your leader. Because he said he would do these things for you. Who are these people? I don't know. I told you. I think if we go ask him something crazy, he'll do it for us too. We just never thought to ask something so crazy of this man. Apparently, he goes for crazy. He'll do it for you. If it's going to benefit the fucking country. This motherfucker has more self-sacrifice than your bitch asses. In the sense of, what's his? I don't know. What's your direction here? Just making America great. There's no limit to how we're gonna do this. Whatever you think, whatever you say, we're gonna do it. He's not doing it for him. He's great. He don't care. He's great. He's doing it for America. What the fuck are you doing your tour for? For the fans? Is that what you tell yourself to make yourself sleep at night? You're doing it for them? They're paying for you. They're paying for you. So what? If you were doing it for them, you'd do it for free. You're a fucking lie. God said to stop, Judas. Anyways, I don't know if I want to keep going. I'm like, damn, bro, what is God gonna do to you? And we're just gonna sit by like, well, he told you. And that's that moment. I told you not to go there. I told you not to go there. Oh, fuck, I went there. You're gonna fuck around and find out. It's scary, dude. I love them. And that's it. All I can do. I can't fucking save nobody, bro. If I tell my daughter that God says not to do something, and she looks at me and like, I don't fucking believe in God, and she walks out and something, and she fucking dies, I just have to sit here with this whole terrible thing that, well, I tried to save you. That's all I get out of it. I tried. I couldn't save you. What was I supposed to do? Force my God on you? No, but God said! God said! God said! I mean, I do a lot of that. What am I supposed to do? I will not cry for you. Oh, blinded. Blinded to pain. That's what I said, you guys. It's like, I can turn off all pain receptors, but not my womb, as I'm sitting here with a hot pack in my fucking underwear. You wish you were in my underwear. That's as close as anything's getting in my underwear. There's access for a hot pack. That's about it. No, I can make all the pain in the world go away. I never felt pain in my life, but I could feel my womb. I can feel the pain in my womb. I can make all pain go away. I can forget about everything. I can make it all go away, but not that pain. It says blinded to pain, number 13. That's what I said too to you guys. It's like, oh, you're happy? Then go away. Happy. You're so happy, then go away. You got it all figured out, right? I can shoulder it. It's not a big deal, isn't it? Oh, see? You can handle it. Handle it. 26. Sentence. Carving oneself for every stroke of whip and feeling so broken that it makes no difference to the whole. Going dark. T.S. Eliot said, "A fly that lives every single day has lived as long as we live. Yet we accept the passage of time like it didn't matter, like we didn't matter. Every day a single line is added to the pattern." You didn't matter. That's what I mean. It's like, oh, you're here to just what? Make everybody else happy? A single fly is added to the wall. We take one more responsibility. We take a little more abuse. We shoulder a little more pain. We smile of a little more insolence. We close our eyes to our wounds. We think we can endure it, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, we say to ourselves. That was me yesterday. Why did I do that to myself? Because I can do this. I've had to push through it so long in my life. I know what the period is going to bring. And I'm like, I'll get everything done before it kills me. I can do everything before it kills me. I thought I had more time. But what did I do? I took away all the time I did have by pushing it. In essence, dude, what the fuck was I thinking? Pushing a fucking shovel, standing on my uterus, in the cold, all these things, dude. And that was me being a hypocrite, telling fucking, you know what I mean, my friend. It's like, your shoulder hurts, but you're using your arms to work. Your body hurts, but you're going to force it out into the cold to work. I can do it. Dude, I did it, and then I was like, they did a lunch break at 8, and I'm like, they're like, well, can't you just sit in? The girl was like, don't tell anybody. I was like, nah, this happens all the time. I have to go. It's only going to get worse. I'm going to be hurting really bad real soon. She's like, well, how about you just stay in the car? You could just drive us around, like, because they made me a driver yesterday. Instead of, you know, I was the car lead. I was like, I can't do that. That's not a good lead. I'm not going to sit in this car. I hate people that do that. I'm not going to sit here, and the snow was really falling. It's like, I'm not going to sit in this car, you know what I mean, just collecting money while everybody else is out working hard. This isn't fair. I got to go. And I waited too long. I got in my car, and by that time I was in so much pain, it just hurt to sit. I'm crying my way all the way home. I called my daughter and told her to run me a hot bath. I'm crying in the bath. I'm crying in bed. Please make it stop. Please make it stop. Just make it stop. Please make it stop. And I do that, dude. I did it, and that's where they showed me Oklahoma. I was like, I can do it. I can go to work. I'm not gonna lose this job, bro. I'm not gonna lose my security because of this stupid fucking womb. I'm not gonna lose my livelihood because of my fucking womanhood, bro. I'm not. I can do this. Man up, bitch. Man up, bitch. But I'm not a man. I'm a woman. And my womb is hurt. And I try to be a man through it, and it never works. And I destroy my whole body trying. And I'm sitting here just like, man up, bitch. You gotta go to work. Just, you know what I mean? What's wrong with me? What they've done to me? Who? God. Are we giving people power over my womb? Are we giving the devil power? Or that, you know what I mean? That God gave me a womb and I don't honor it. Women don't honor their periods, period. We know that this is a time where we need to just spend some time by ourselves and take care of ourselves because we're hurting emotionally, mentally, and physically. But we're not allowed to have that time. We hate that time. We don't have time for this. I wish this would just go away. I don't have time for this. But that's a special time that God gave us that we're supposed to just be by ourselves. It's a reminder that we need to take care of ourselves and that we are hurt. And that's what comes up in that hurt. The physical pain holds us down so that we can deal with our emotional pain, which is, truthfully, we're getting upset about things that are hurt from before. And that's how I can show you is sometimes these don't hurt so bad because I'm not carrying so much emotional or mental pain. But right now I'm carrying so much mental stress and anxiety about the outside world, so much emotional pain from ripping off all these things, and then I use my physical body in ways that it can't be done. That I think I'm a big ass badass man. I can do it any other day. I can do it today. Not today. Today you're a woman. No, I can't be a woman today. Now that goes back to being a mother and just being a woman. We can't be soft today. Now, as much as us women get our periods, we always talk about menopause. You guys have moments too, very, very, very obvious moments where you are literally having a period and you need to take care of yourself and calm down. And that's what we're supposed to do in these times, but me in all my years have never honored it, and most women don't. And I'm a tool, and it's like, you know, I knew it yesterday when it started to come on. I know this is only going to get worse, and I need to take care of myself. But instead, I'm going to make it worse by not taking care of myself. I can do, you know what I mean? In essence, that's what I said too. It's like, I went and did all that work. Did I need that money? Did I not trust God would have, you know what I mean? Did I need that money today? Did I need to put myself through all of this to cry my way through the whole night for fucking what? 80 bucks, 100 bucks, 200 bucks? And you look at how many times I do it. Going back to Christmas, we were both crying in our car. It hurt so bad. And I'm like, please, God, I just got to get up and work. Please make it stop so I can get up. Nobody did anything to my daughter's womb. Not physically, not in this lifetime. You know what I mean? But she's just as cursed. And she's going to have to learn to honor for a week out of every month. She has to stop and take care of herself. Now, as it's just us, and that's what they said is, Mr. Plum, when he, he's like, maybe you could go and talk to somebody and they can make an exception. And that's what I told the girl last night. There's no exception to being a woman in the man's work field. Women have fought a lot to have even just the ability to have maternity leave. We don't get paid if we don't come back to work. We're not going to be provided for if we don't come back to work. Our bodies can't do it, but we've got to be back here. Otherwise, we're not going to eat. It doesn't matter what my body feels like. I've got to be back to work. It's a real place that us women live in. It's a real reality, bro. And it sucks. But I gotta fight for him because I gotta fight for myself. It's like, that's what I told her. I've lost so many jobs from this. Why? Because corporate America doesn't understand that women have a week in their life, a week a month, that they physically can't operate properly. And they don't care. The fucking really cool part is we could tell you, it's scientifically, we could tell you what week we need off. But are you going to let us have a week off every month plus our regular days? Because we can't do anything in that week for ourselves either. It's not a vacation. That's for fucking sure. Something to think about, right? In the sense of, it's like, well, I can make it through this one, but there's another one coming in 28 days after this. And every 28 days until it just stops, which, I'm 42, but it won't stop because I'm supposed to have 2 more kids. And then it's like, it doesn't stop till you're retired. You have to retire until you're retired. Till you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if all women have it that bad. I know that the women I know have it that bad, and it destroys our reality. It destroys our ability to, you know what I mean, to be useful, and it has dramatic effects on our finances and everything else when we can't, be all that we can be during this week. And some shit. And that's where I am right now. I'm like, I'm just trying to get it through it so I can get out and do my work. You know what I mean? It's like, oh God. And that's it. It's like, can you sit there? We're talking about the uterus, guys. It's connected to the vagina. So imagine, you're asking a woman that just had a baby, can you sit up? That's like, okay, trying to explain that to men. That's like a hernia. Can you sit on it? You know what I mean? You just got kicked so hard in your balls and they want you to sit on your balls. Like your balls are burning and they want you to sit on it. Do you know what I mean? Like it's not, no, sitting up is not that very easy. No, that's probably the hardest thing to do. Can you stand and walk? Well, your whole hips, it's organs inside of your hips. You move your hips and you're moving these organs that are already hurting. So no, standing and walking kind of hurts. The pain shoots down your actual hips, down your, you know what I mean? But when you're laying in your organs, it's sitting in your back too. Are we talking about a womb or we're talking about an actual human child in there? Yeah, this is all part of the same, it's the same fucking system. Right? It's good and bad. The same thing that makes you feel all good on Valentine's night makes us feel really bad every 28 days, bro. And it's it's a feel good, but it's a really feel bad, bro. Like seriously. Seriously. Some bullshit. So, this sucks. Going back to, our pain. It's like we know what hurts us, but we're just gonna push through it. Mine is like, my womanhood. I've always gotta be a man. That was a man-ass job. And there was another girl there. There was one other girl. They put her in my car. She was cool as fuck, too. I liked her. I didn't even get to make friends with her. I think I told her my channel. That's it. What are you doing manly-ass jobs? Because I can. Not today, you can't. We smile in front of something. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt. We say to ourselves, like men, because it's manly to endure and to be strong. Like women, because it's feminine to endure and be strong. Like humans, because the care and the gentleness we feel is precious to others, and we don't care to actually claim it for ourselves. Meaning that's it too. I had more pity for him than my own situation. I can feel more for you than what's happening in me. I don't feel for me. And that's because of, you could say my mental illness or anything. It's like I don't exist. And that's what God wants you to understand is your existence is so important. Yes, they're important, but you're important. You're important to me too. I need you to be important to you too. You can't be anything to them if you don't take care of you. After all, and that's your mother's. As I said that. My mom was such a bad mom because she just didn't take care of herself. She was so busy trying to take care of the bills that when she got money, she didn't know what to do with it. So she did what she did when she was a kid, what people did with her, which was drugs and alcohol. Let's turn up the music. Let's get high. Let's have a drink. She just didn't take care of herself because nobody ever taught her how and nobody ever took care of her. She was a teen mother. She had my sisters by the time she was 18. But she wasn't taking care of herself and she didn't know how to take care of them, so she left them. She tried to figure out how to take care of herself, but she never learned. I did the same thing with my kids. I took off and left them with their father, trying to figure out how to take care of myself, but I never learned. I was too busy trying to fit into the world, trying to be what people wanted me to be, trying to find my place. I didn't realize I just needed to take care of myself and not be grown. That's all we're trying to do is be grown, be good grown-ups. I gotta grow up. I gotta be a man. I gotta take care of, all of this. But we don't know how. Welcome to Friday. After all, we can do it. But it actually hurts. It's painful. Tears are better than feeding flies with our own blood. We can scream and say no, or endure nonetheless, but remembering that we are just humans, neither heroes nor saints. Sounds more like martyrs. What is a martyr? Someone that kills themselves. We kill ourselves with our own ambitions and desires and beliefs. You know what I mean? We're killing ourselves for others to reach. You know what I mean? To reach, perfectionism or status or just acceptance. Why are you killing yourself right now? I just have all these things that I'm not sure I think that I have to take care of that God's not going to take care of. And so I'm like trying to take care of everything. And in doing so, I'm not taking care of anything. Especially myself. I'm going to stop there because it's only going to get worse. Oh, do we want worse? Do we want worse? I don't know. If we can take worse, I think that I've had enough. It hurts. What hurts? My womb, I told you. I think I told you in full detail. But reality hurts. When you face the reality, it starts with something little and it gets real big. That's it. We just pulled out, you know what I mean? We didn't... I myself didn't answer the warning. I shouldn't have gone... I do it every month. I know better. I know that I can't, but I try. And I'll do all kinds of stuff until I can't take it and I'm literally crying. Like, okay, I have some energy, I'm going to go do a bunch of stuff, and then I'm waiting until it absolutely kills me. And I'm seeing my birth. Amelia. It was you, Amelia. It was you. No, it was Mary Jane. Okay, so my water breaks. We're excited. I remember, we're excited. I'm 18 years old. We're excited. I'm going to have a baby. We're excited. My sister's going to watch my son. We're excited. And I get there, and I'm dilated to 3. Right? So they get me all, they're like, okay, we're good. We're gonna go ahead and get you started on the epidural. And this is where it all starts, right? Once you get the epidural, you're like, okay, cool. I'm not going to feel this. It's not going to hurt. So then they give me the epidural. And then they start checking. They start watching you. And they start checking. And they start to see that the dilation is how far you're open, right? So I'm open to 3 centimeters. I need you to open to 10 centimeters to push a big fat head out. Right? So then I'm at 3 centimeters. And they see that I've went down to, now I'm closing to 2.5 centimeters. And I'm starting to close. Right? Instead of opening, I'm closing. So they're like, okay, we're gonna give you something to induce it, but we also need to let go of some of this. They're saying the epidural. They need you to. We're gonna have you walk around with this, and we want you to really kind of take it on. We need to get the contractions going. We need us to get it going more. So I'm like, all right, I got to take on the pain, and I'm like, it's starting to hurt. They're like, they check me. They're like, can you take it a little bit more? Because we really, you're still not dilated enough. I'm like, all right. So now I'm walking through the fucking halls and I'm trying to do it, and it's hurting and it's hurting. And I remember, I'm like, hold on, and like I'm walking with the dad or with their dad. I'm like, sit down. I was like, oh God, and I reach over and I grab his head, and I'm like, oh, it hurts. Okay, let's do it again. And I'm pushing myself. I'm like, I gotta push through this hurt. And I'm like, I can't take it anymore. I can't take it anymore. And they put me back on the bed. We get back in the bed. They check me, and they're like, oh yeah, you're very dilated. I was like, but it hurts really bad. I was like, can I get the epidural now? And they're like, okay. So they go to do it, but it's only taking on one side. I'm having full pregnancy on my right side, and the left side's completely numb. Completely numb, but I'm feeling everything. I'm like, no, I can still feel it. I can still feel it. They're like, okay, we're going to take this out, and we're going to reposition it. So now I'm having full contractions every 2 minutes. I'm 18 years old. I'm bent over the table, and I'm feeling them. And they're like, we got to take this enormous fucking thing out of your back and put it back into your back. It's a whole thing, dude. You can feel them. They're cleaning your back. They have to bring in a certain guy that does this. It's a big-ass wire. It's a fucking needle this big that they're going to shove in my back. And then they got to feed this tube into it to get it back into wherever it's supposed to be numbing this. So they take this big-ass fucking thing out of my back while it's hurting to replace it into my back. I can feel the fucking blood running down my back, everything. I can feel the fucking contractions of the baby trying to come out, everything. They can't replace it, bro. I have to endure this, bro, while they're doing it. And it takes them a couple times. Imagine, like, trying to do blood work, and they can't get the nerve, so they just keep poking your vein, trying to get the blood to come out. Right? They finally get it to numb, and now it's time to have a baby. All right. Now, going forward, afterwards, it's like, I pushed it too far to where it was almost like I couldn't take it, and that's where women are. They'll be like, okay, I don't need the epidural. I'm going to be that woman like the old women. I can endure this. I can do like great women did before. They didn't have to. They had to. That's where technology came in and made sure that we didn't have to. Now, going back to people that take a gunshot, or back to my mother, who was put in hospice. They put her under, dude, so that she didn't have to feel that pain in her last, in her days. She didn't have to feel that pain. A lot of the pain that we go through is self-inflicted. I didn't have to. We could have just waited. I didn't have to rush the pregnancy. We could have just waited. Eventually that motherfucker was going to come through, or they would have cut it out through my belly if that wasn't the case. There was lots of ways to get this baby out, but mine was, I have to endure more pain. Now, the whole story is about, sacrifices. Like, how much are we going to endure? For what reason? It's like, just because we can? I can take it. I can take it. I can take it. Until you can't take it no more. And now the pain is so bad that, and that's my whole life story. What happened to me? I couldn't take it, and that's what happened. That's like literally what they said in the hospital, what woke me up. It's like the body and the brain can only hold so much pain. You know what I mean? And it's like, I shoved it in there. What happened to my personality? I just kept taking it, bro. And acting like it didn't happen. And that goes back to Russ. And a lot of people, I keep taking it, acting like you're not hurting me, bro. Like, this doesn't hurt. This doesn't hurt. That doesn't hurt. Nothing hurts. I know how to turn off hurt. This hurt? No, I can't. But that's it. It's like, how numb do you go to the hurt? Until you realize, dude, I'm really hurt, bro. And it really hurts a lot. I can't numb it anymore. Everything hurts. Is it physical? Sometimes, but it's usually mental and emotional. How much pain did I take before I couldn't take it anymore? And that's where it is. It's like, I couldn't take it. You must understand, I can only take so much. Every person can only take so much. You keep talking shit to that person. You keep talking shit to that person. You keep talking shit to that person. They can't take it, bro. You've devoured them, bro. You've put them down, and you keep putting them down, and you keep putting them down, and you keep putting them down to where they're in the ground now, and they no longer exist, and they can't take it no more. one of two things. They're either going to fucking destroy you, or they're going to take their destroyed self and go away. You know what I mean? It's like, how long did you think I was going to take this for, bro? How much more were you going to put on me? Did you think I would never, that I couldn't, you know what I mean? That I was going to take this forever? And I'm seeing this in many ways. That goes back to the ex-husbands, but it goes back to the fucking twin flames. It goes back to Bobby. It goes back to everyone. It's like, how long was I going to keep letting you treat me like this? Till God said no more, bro. I would have done it forever. But God said I deserved better and I needed to stand up to you and I needed to walk away. That I didn't need to take this anymore from you. And it was hard. How much longer are you going to let Russ keep doing this to you? No, but I love him and it's going to work out. How's this feeling? It's not working. You're going to keep letting him do this to you? That's it. Are you going to keep letting people... You can take it, but why are you taking it? Why are you putting yourself in pain for other people? You know? That's it. That's the story. And that goes back to the boundaries. Pisces, setting your boundaries, working on your inner healing, just taking back your power, facing your fucking programming. All of this comes back to, why have I been letting people do this to me? Because you don't know who you are. You don't know how important you are. You've become numb to, you know what I mean, the pain, your own pain. That's what I told Bobby when I saw him. I was like, it's crazy, isn't it, Bobby? I said, how can I live my whole life and never know that I was crazy? And he looks me dead in my face and he said, most crazy people don't know they're crazy. I didn't even know I was crazy. I didn't even know I was hurt. I didn't know anything had happened to me because I chose not to. I wanted to forget those things. I told my mind what I wanted and my mind did what I told it to do. I never want to think about this again. I never want to feel this way again. So anytime that thought came, I didn't think about it, and anytime that kind of feeling came, I didn't feel it. Which means I had no thoughts and no feelings for all of my life. Now that I'm willing to think about it and feel it, I get to have it back. And now I have to think, see, why didn't you think about this? What were you thinking? What happened? All the things that we didn't want to deal with, we're going to have to, we have to deal with eventually. So that's your teaching. I feel like I gave you 2 hours. I'm done. I love you. God loves you. Love yourself. Because nobody's going to love you like you love you. Nobody even knows how. It's an exploration of self-love and self-healing. You know what I mean? You have to love yourself through this healing process of forgiveness, compassion, and understanding for yourself, for God mostly. That's where it is. It's like you start to realize that God did all this, bro. But why did he do all this? And you start to see God's graces and his mercy in all of this terror. You know what I mean? It's like, God, my life was terrible. No, I gave you a life. I look pretty terrible. No, it was filled with all of this. And that's all you see is the bad. You don't see the good. Well, if we look at the bad, we can see the good that came out of it. You know? But if you don't look at anything, then you don't know, you know what I mean? And that's where I woke up, is I didn't know what anything was. I had nothing to show. Because I didn't, you know what I mean? I couldn't see the bad or the good. And that's kind of your life. It's like, what do you have to show for your life if you don't look at it? Look at your life. And now, pretty soon, we're going to be, right now we're just looking at it, where it is and where it's been. We're not looking at where we're going to go because we don't know yet. We have to clean all of this up before we decide where the fuck we go from here. Where are we going to go? Where God guides us. But right now, we're not trying to go anywhere. We're trying to go in, not out. In the sense of we're not, you know what I mean? Literally, I ain't going out like that. I'm not going to, my story is not going to be the same story always told. It's like I'm not the same person I was when I started this. I'm not that girl. It's going to take me a long time to understand that girl. And she still lives within me, and that's understanding me, but I'm not that. I'm in between what I was and what I will be. I'm becoming that. That's the becoming. Is trying to figure out who I was and what I will be based on who the fuck am I now. That's my favorite. I love going through my shorts. Hey, let me leave it on this note. If you ever need a good laugh or pick me up, just scroll through my shorts. They're funny. And then there's a video attached to each and every one of them too that can help you. They're hella funny. And that was the one I stopped at last night. I was going through all my shorts, and it was the Arnold Schwarzenegger one. He's all, well, if I'm not me, then who the fuck am I? I don't know. That's the self-discovery of knowing ourselves. Hey, I love you. Laters. Bye.